Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for today. Divine Dabblings with...
Mr. O.
What does that say? Dear Santa. And me, Banshee. With Vampire. My vampire cap shirt. And he's got his, I don't know, Christmas shirt of sorts. So how are we all doing? We doing okay? I hope so. You know, Violet, I'm just going to talk to you a moment. I don't know why I have it in my head that it was somebody's birthday, and that we were maybe going to do a birthday reading, but I don't think they're here. And I'm not sure who it was. If it was Alicia, maybe I'm crazy. So whoever you are, if you were expecting a birthday reading tonight, ask us again and we'll do it next time. And I am using, we have switched seasons in my mind. It is definitely Halloween season, and I'm using Season of the Witch, the Samhain Oracle, switching to the new season. That's okay. I just have a feeling. I don't know if it was Alicia. I don't know. Or if it was someone else. So whoever you are, my apologies. We'll try to get you next time. And do remind us. Feel free to remind us. Hey, reply to this video and say, did you forget me? All right, let me cut them. I think they can be read reversed, so let me know how you...
Well, that's good because it is reversed.
Uh-oh. It's...
The coming of winter.
Oh, funny that, Mr. Santa. What number is that? 11?
I think so.
Well, I think they're in alphabetical order anyway, so let me... Yes, coming of winter. And yes, there is a reversed meaning here. Okay, so but the keywords for this card to keep in mind are, and also the saying on the card, it comes in lullabies deep within your mirrored flesh. Alas, it's time to lay your quivering chest upon the winter's coming. And the keywords are reflection and rest. But reversed, there is a warning here. There's also such a thing as too much rest. Don't use this as an excuse if you are afraid of moving forward. Do you feel tired because you're putting your energy into the wrong things or fear stepping into your power? Face your fears and start working on plans to manifest your desires, to bring you closer to your goal. You know, sometimes we procrastinate. Oh, I'm guilty of that. We make excuses. We let things go. We say we're too tired. But is it that, or are we trying to avoid things? Are we afraid of success? Are we afraid of not achieving success? There are lessons to be learned on all sides of this.
Right. It's always better to be prepared.
It's always better to be prepared. And, you know, rest is good, but there can be a thing as too much rest.
All right.
Yeah, it's okay, Violet. Don't feel bad, because I forgot myself, and I remembered the last couple, but I remember this one. And I don't want to just do it without knowing who it's for. So let's move on. It's okay. I'm sure they'll understand. It's still good for the whole year ahead. And I think Libra was first, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think we got a question. What's coming towards me, Libra wants to know. Yeah, I saw that. I've got it. I think I've got the list together. We'll see. My reading?
Sure.
Okay.
So what's coming towards Libra? And it's Justice reversed.
Hmm.
Do you want me to lay them off?
Yes,
Okay.
even though we kind of read them as separate to it. Why is it important? What's the next card?
Reversed Ace of Chalices.
Okay.
And then where is it leading to? Death reversed.
Jeez, we had so much good readings last time. Now we're starting off like this. Okay. Well, let's see. Speaking of death reversed, there's the cross and the tower. Gee, Libra, so what is coming towards you? I think I've sensed that people or someone in particular is not playing fair. You know, there's an issue of justice here reversed, a sense of not getting something you deserve, or, you know, there's just some imbalance here, there's some inequities, and they need to be righted. Oh gosh, what was that second card again?
Well, don't I get to say what's coming towards them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, it may be that this is about a warning to watch a hard decision to make, or a decision that will only maybe result in unfairness or not really a victory that you might be wanting to achieve. It seems like maybe it's, you know, it could be something legal, but it could also just be a decision that definitely isn't going in your favor.
Right. If it's a decision, I think it's affecting you. But there could be a caution here that what's coming towards you is actually maybe you making a wrong choice or move or decision.
This is true.
So let's see why this card is important here. What is that card again?
The reversed Ace of Cups.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that because I was thinking this could have something to do with possibly your personal relationships, whether it's family, whether it's in love. You know, it just seems like there's some disappointments there. It's almost as if some fresh start that maybe you were anticipating, or something new is not going to develop the way you'd want it. There's something that's very disappointing. And it clearly has to do with this, you know, a decision that has to be made that maybe you don't want to make. Or, you know, some decision that somebody's made about you that has really put you in a very, you know, sad spot.
I don't know why, but I'm getting a little intuition suggesting that maybe this is something about the kids or something about going-ons in the family life. Like maybe, you know, you have to do something to accommodate a situation with the kids, either in school or something like that. But it definitely does seem to be important because it may change the balance of feelings, emotionality between different people. It may make it feel like, you know, somebody had worked really hard and...
No. I'm just
Okay.
looking at you.
Don't do that.
No, because
You were told
you were
about
just
this.
saying something, right, about changes. What did you just say? About changes that...
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, I don't think so, because there's death reversed. So I think that what this is basically saying is this kind of puts a stalemate on things. Things seem to get stuck. Instead of moving forward, there seems to be like, I don't know, a quagmire. You know, this has to be resolved. Whatever it is I feel is coming towards you, this is going to have to be resolved, or there's going to be no positive movement forward.
And maybe that's why I thought maybe it had something to do with, you know, kids or somebody under your care. Like maybe it's a school situation and there's not going to be any way to really effectively change things here. And I say that too because, of course, the tower could represent the institution of school, and that maybe, you know, there's some grief attached to this. So I don't know if it's possible that maybe somebody's acting out and, you know, is being reprimanded in school, or there's a situation like that. But like I said, I'm just getting a little psychic glimmer on that. I suppose it could absolutely be other things. It could be about your relationship, your job, other people under your care. You know, I don't know if you have parents or siblings that you have to look in on and, you know, manage things once in a while.
You might be be taking this really rather hard, I feel, with the cross here. You know, the cross in the tower indicates that to me. I mean, I get what he's saying. Yes, the tower is definitely about educational institutions or legal scenarios or situations, so that kind of could fall in line with the justice card. But it could also, you know, indicate solitariness, feeling alone. Whatever this is, you feel like you're on your own, feeling bad about this. Like maybe you feel like others are, you know, if they haven't turned against you, they're just not supporting you, you know, in this. And, you know, because the cross is a sign of grief or sorrow, sadness. And I think that card, of course, falls right in line with that Ace of Cups. I just see a lot of, you know, unfortunately, cohesiveness with this reading.
Right. So what's coming towards you may be, you know, reconsideration of things that are going on. You might have to readjust plans. You might find out that maybe certain people, you know, are not caring as much about situations you thought they did, you know, and that maybe there's a quagmire, you know, of getting things to change or to reroute, you know, towards, you know, what you're used to or what you would like.
You know, to sum up, I feel here that I lost my train of thought. Oh. Well, at any rate, you know, justice, that's right. So what I wanted to say about justice reversed again is that, you know, things have to be fair. You have to find fair and equitable solutions. If you are one making the decision, you have to make sure you're including everybody in this, because there's some pain if you do not. And if it's others making decision and leaving you out of the equation, or your feelings out of the equation, then, you know, this has to be righted, because it could just end up being like everybody, you know, people with their backs, you know, against each other and not, you know, not getting anywhere. You know, arms folded, everybody just holding their ground. And here again, you know, this could be something that makes you pull away. You know, this makes you pull away, makes you kind of isolate yourself and feel bad. You know, don't do that. Try to get to the bottom of this.
All right.
And good luck with that.
Good luck, Libra.
Tough reading to start, Mr. M. Let's see what's going on with you. Oh boy. Let's see, you're back at your religion. Yay, it's been 4 days and feeling okay. Still adjusting. Yeah, it'll take some time. Cards say how everything at this location feels about me coming back. All right, we'll do.
Well, to some degree, it will be a gestalt unless there's maybe some real variances there. I mean, it's hard to say that, you know, our several cards might gauge the mood of absolutely everybody, but we're going to give it a shot and see how that goes.
Sydney, your whiskers are in danger of getting caught in my cards. I just want you to know that.
Hi, Neelan.
Hi, Neelan. We can get you on the list.
Yes, it is closing up in a little bit, but we still have room.
We have room. Still the 7 slots.
You're welcome.
Oh, goodness. One more quick shuffle. Ooh, well, we have the 2 of Cups reversed. Oh, jeez. Maybe we ought to reshuffle. It's the 5 of Swords upright. But the good news, I think, for you is the 9 of Pentacles upright.
Yes, that's all well and good.
Because that is your goal, you know?
But
oh, no.
we have a snake in the Lenormand and the garden. Well, the snake was in the garden way back when, as we recall.
You know, you may find, you know, here that all is working out well for you as far as your financial. I'm starting right at the end there. I might as well start with the good news first and work my way into this. But it looks as though, at least financially, this may indeed help you get back to where you need to be in a comfortable, more secure position financially. So I feel that for you, as far as it goes, that is a really good sign. Can I continue, or you want to go with that? Do you have anything to add to that?
Thanks for asking. But no, right, exactly. And, the overall sense, of your questions when you ask them is that it's more important, for you to focus on your financial stuff. And you want to get along good with people, but you're not looking to have a party every day or to meet the love of your life or whatever that is, You're there to work, and so social things aside, they're not quite as important to you, perhaps.
I love the way he's spun this, because that's really good leading into these other two cards. Because, it seems as though there may be somebody there. I would assume it may be just one person, but you never know. There's always somebody who's trying to stir the cauldron, stir up trouble, maybe will not be appreciative of you. Sometimes, like especially when something like the Two of Cups comes up reversed, which indicates an incompatibility, or a lack of being able to connect, with something like the Five of Swords, kind of indicates there may be really nothing you can do to change this person's mind. So why get involved in it?
Right. And like I said, not everybody is going to be your friend. And that's the old adage that I work with, which is that we don't have to be best friends with everybody in order to work together, as long as, certain respect issues are adhered to.
And I feel here, the Five of Swords is about, contention, arguments. Couple that with this Two of Cups, like I said, and it's really not a positive combination for a healthy relationship. And I really don't feel this is with everybody, but it is definitely somebody out there, I feel, in the place you work now. The garden is kind of talking about that, where the people you surround yourself with.
The greater community.
The work community. Because that's where your question was. And then we have the snake here. So see, there's some snake in the grass here. There's somebody who, you're just going to have to kind of watch your back around.
Well, I'm actually wondering if maybe this is a person who's a little bit jealous because they see you having attained something that they themselves maybe want too, the ability to move somewhere where they feel they belong more, or to move to escape troubles. And so maybe this is a personality like that. Maybe they feel that, you shouldn't come to them, having left a place where maybe, in their mind, you could have created some of your own problems. Just their opinion.
Yeah, we are, Violet. Yeah, it's okay. We're still finishing it up. We had salad for dinner, too, with some chicken pieces in it. It was kind of a taco-y type salad.
And
Mexican style.
And yes, we know you're a vegetarian.
So at any rate, indeed, it's not going to be a total cakewalk, but I'll tell you what. It's going to get you closer to your goal. And I think that's what you need to focus on. And as far as this stuff goes, there's a message in this card too, Mr. M. And that is, look after yourself and your own comfort and your security at work. Don't get played. Don't get involved in little gossipy games that people may have. Just try to steer clear of trouble, and, you might be able to avoid this. But there just may be somebody there who just doesn't like you.
It may be that after you've been there several more weeks, you might want to ask this again if you feel like there's something more specific you need to find out. But thank you for coming.
And right, it might just be a first impression.
That's true too.
So we may want to check that out, because you asked how things are now that you're there. And so, this is subject to change. So we should do another checkup sometime soon. So good luck with that, Mr. M.
So it looks like we're on Grace next.
Yes, man.
Grace is wondering if there's a loving relationship coming in. Okay, so I'm going to use my Tarot of the Mermaids. It has a nice sensual feel about it. So I find it works nicely for relationship kind of questions. So
You are welcome, Mr. M.
Let's see what we get. You're welcome. And wishing you luck there.
Hey, we got up to 670 followers. That's awesome.
I thought you said that I shouldn't say those things because they just go up, they go down.
They go up, they go down. I know, they do. I mean, they did.
But it's okay if you do
from
it.
last week. Well, I'm announcing it here. You announce it almost every day to me when you see it go up and go down.
Oh, like you never do that either.
No.
Okay, if you say so. If you say so. All right. So our first card, Grace, is the Five of
Another
Wands.
5. Yeah.
It's upright.
Okay.
The next card is the upright Hierophant, sometimes known as the Pope. And then finally, the reversed Hanged Man or Hanged Mermaid, if you will.
Oh boy, well, hold on to your hat.
Dun, 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 dun. The ring. Looks like a wedding
She
ring, doesn't it?
didn't do that.
Oh, and the Sith. Well.
Well, Grace, a loving relationship. I'm not sure. I would say it could be loving, but it could also be somewhat combative. You got the the Five of Wands here, to be fair, may not necessarily be fighting. It can be, and if it's around negative cards, it can be. But, the Hierophant's not that negative, and even when the Hanged Man reversed is a little bit. I think what you have to watch out for here is there could be the next relationship coming to you may revolve around one of you wanting to having like set ideas about what their expectations are, what they want, how things are going to go. And, it could just be too self-serving, with the Hanged Man reverse there. And thusly, I'm just going to finish because I know I'll add more later and Mr. O can go through it. It could cause problems in there being a long-term commitment. There may be a cutoff with this next relationship because, somebody is just, this has got to be my way or the highway.
Well, there's a little bit of mixed signals here, but I do think that the Five of Wands could just be saying that this is a busy dating environment that you may be choosing to step into. And so there may be competitiveness over people who may be attracted to the same other person, or, just in the sense of maybe a lot of, or not a lot, but more casual dating that's not necessarily leading towards something really specific. But maybe it is, because then there's the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is sort of a proxy for kind of joined relationships, marriage even, things like that. Some of that sort of says it's more about the status quo. So if I'm combining the two, I'm looking at this saying like maybe you're kind of trying to find your way to something that seems more stable to you. And what the realization is that maybe, you need to be out more in the world, that maybe this card suggests that there's been an aloof quality, but now, you're sort of like into the frying pan, going to this more, casual thing there. So it sort of sounds like there's going to be a mixture of things going on there, but ultimately what you're looking for is, of course, stability, and I'm not exactly sure it's happening right away.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure it's happening right away either, and it's largely that psyched in that ring, I think, that kind of makes me feel that way. Now, I really, there are many ways to read these cards, and he just took it in another direction that I think is absolutely not bad. And you know what, though, when I look at that Five of Wands in what you said, I wonder if this is also just speaking about, the competition that's out there for people looking for,
Their
ideal partner that they can settle down with, in a permanent relationship. And that, as painful as it can be sometimes, you just have to put yourself out there and see what happens.
Right, because in a sense, this is like walking your truth too, walking your talk, because you're coming from a space of maybe saying, well, I sort of like holding myself in and not necessarily, revealing a lot about myself, but maybe you realize, if I really want to be dating somebody, then I have to put forth some effort myself too. So it's a little challenging for yourself.
So, and the way I read it initially, and it could still be very possible, the Hierophant is somebody who is very set in their ways, It's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you have a different idea of what a relationship should be, then there could be conflict. There could be some disagreements. There needs to be some things that need to be worked out and talked out. And it's not impossible. And with the Hanged Man sometimes can be about ego and unwillingness to let go and sacrifice. So that's the point. If somebody does not give in on their ideals, then there could be trouble down the road. So giving you two different perspectives here to look at, but I think what we could both see is it either may not happen really soon, or it just may not withstand the test of time.
Well, right. I mean, this sort of does refer back in a way to the idea that maybe you're not going to easily find your way towards a strong commitment if you're looking for one right now, a stable relationship. And it could be that you're being put to the test in a way to opt for more casual dating when you don't really want to. And so you may have to say, no, I'm out of that. I don't mind some casual dating, but I want it to really be building towards something.
Wow. I don't know that we cleared up much here, but that's what the cards have for you today, for you to consider. But get yourself out there, and yeah, it's just competition and, people, that you have to deal with to get somewhere in the dating game.
I'm glad I don't have to be in the dating game again.
All right. Scorpio, you
Hey, Scorpio.
are up, I believe.
Yes. What's happening in love for them in the month of October?
All right.
Hey, Sandman.
Oh. Shadow really attacks the wand. He likes it, but she just goes after it like it's an enemy.
You're welcome, Grace. Hope that works
You're
out.
very welcome, Grace. Jeez, oh Pete's, what's with these cards today?
Well, you use that deck.
Well, this is another deck, and you won't believe what's going to happen again. All right, we got the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is reversed. We have the helmet's the Page, right?
Yes.
The Page of Swords
Reverse Page of Swords.
reversed, and followed by
The Five of Swords again. Don't turn your back on that maid.
well, Scorpio.
Over in Lenormand land, the garden shows up again,
Wow.
as do the birds. And birds like gardens, so that might work out.
Well, I almost want to start with the Lenormand and just say that there is going to be engagement. There's going to be activity. You might be going to social gatherings where you will meet people in October and have conversations. That part is there, and hopefully it's good, but some of these cards are pretty testy.
I'm wondering if actually you're going to meet possible persons through somebody else's mention. Like somebody says, oh, I know blah, blah person, and, they might be interesting to date, or, however that happens these days.
It's possible.
Just a thought that there's some engagement there in the public sphere, and that maybe people will be talking about you or talking about you in relationship to somebody else.
The Nine of Wands wants you to just be prepared for whatever comes your way, and it seems like you might not be, As a matter of fact, possibly something that's coming your way is going to make you just want to back off. I hate to say it that way, but that's possible.
And I almost wonder if maybe that's, some of the chatter that's going around in the public sphere, that maybe some of that sounds too gossipy for you, and so you're sort of feeling like you want to pull in a little bit. You don't want to engage necessarily. You might be timing your moment.
You know what? I do have another thought about these Lenormand, and as we do these cards after we're done, I'm going to talk about that. Because, I wonder if there is some gossip at play here that might make things difficult. So, okay, because again, we have the Page of Swords reversed, and the Page of Swords reversed is about communication. Like, what signals are you sending out to others? What signals are they sending to you? How are you communicating with them, or are they with you? It just seems like communications might be part of the issue here, as we have this dreaded Five of Swords again.
Well, sometimes that Page of Swords, like any of the court cards, could refer to people.
It could.
A lot of times we see them, and so I'm
Good
thinking,
point.
This kind of person maybe comes across as maybe clumsy or unskilled in the way of, trying to advance the idea of a relationship. So maybe somebody who's a little awkward, not sure of themselves, and, you might be, I won't say stuck with this person, but that maybe this person just, is a little hard to work around, trying to look for the other better, candidates there.
Well,
so I don't know if this is the result of, a friend's mention thing that I mentioned earlier, wondering.
If it is a person, they might be really difficult to communicate with. I mean, maybe you're having trouble finding common ground or common interests. There may be an attraction, but it just seems like things might head towards disagreement.
Five of Swords.
To say the least,
Yeah, so
it almost sounds like it breaks up. So if something is going to happen for you in October, I don't think it's going to be something you're going to pursue further.
Right. It sounds like it might be really casual, and that there might be, some casual involvement, but they're probably not a keeper. I'll just be honest. They're
not a keeper. It seems like they may be argumentative, or you just may find you can't find common ground with them. There just seems to be no way to kind of find that. And, when I saw after he was yabbering his wonderful interpretations, I thought about this garden and birds. He mentioned gossip. And, maybe outside influences may have something to do with this relationship. In other words, maybe you find out something about this person through others, out there, that kind of makes you step back and say, nah, maybe this relationship's not for me. Or there could be outside interference that causes this relationship to break up for whatever reasons. People talking, people getting this other person's ear, etc.
They're not like a serial killer or anything like that, but they're probably just awkward in relationships, and maybe they have expectations that are not realistic, So you just need to be forewarned about that. And maybe don't get in very deep, kind of keep it casual and more on that, friend zone area. So that's what it looks like could be happening. Hopefully you'll let us know that it's better than that.
Hey, Shirley.
Hi, Shirley. We're going to add you, of course.
Yep, you made it. So that's what we have for you. Gee, I don't know why people are striking out so far with love readings in October. Maybe there's something astrological going on, but these cards, and it's funny because some of the cards are pretty similar in their approach. And again, these kind of fit like a glove. Look at all of this stuff relating to communication here, and even this in its own way does too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Watch how we communicate with others and watch for signals from them. Sometimes it's not verbal communication you need to look at.
So, Scorpio, I have to ask, are you an October Scorpio or are you a November Scorpio?
Hi, Isabel.
Hi,
Nice to
Isabel.
see you. And Kritika, we will add you. We can get you in. We're getting
there.
close, though.
We're getting to the end of our list.
I think about 5 more. All right.
Something like that. Pretty close, 4 or 5.
Well, good luck with that, Scorpio. November okay.
8th. Okay, I'm in November myself.
Yep.
Maybe November will be better. Right around your birthday, maybe something nicer will happen.
Wishing you luck. Prove us wrong, I always say.
Yep.
Come up with a stellar relationship. Prove us wrong. All right, Jennifer is up. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. It's okay to visit, but of course, if we do get to your name and you're still around, we will, of course, ask if you have a question.
And it's not overtime.
And it's not overtime.
I've got a Lions game on tonight, so I am watching.
Alrighty. So we're waiting on
Jennifer?
Jennifer, okay.
Did we get a question from Jennifer?
I don't remember. Normally, our moderator would put it out there.
Yeah, she would. She would.
She's too good at that. Well, at any rate, I will plug my tomorrow morning show, the Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. So if you are looking for relationship situations, I give a 3-card reading for the elemental signs of the zodiac. I ask what is coming towards you, emotionally speaking, why it is important, and where it will lead to. And then I top that off with an affirmation for each of the elemental signs of the zodiac. So it's pretty concise. It's about 22 minutes long, tomorrow's edition. So check it out Fridays at 7 a.m. or whenever you see it.
Last call for Jennifer. I guess we can do the countdown, Violet.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to go to...
Kira. 6 and 8. What? 9? 9's my number.
So we are on Flower, and I believe Flower did leave us a question. There it is. Thank you, Violet. Flower asks, what will happen if I start my own business soon? And is it the right time to start my own brand? Keep going, Kara. It's a long countdown.
Okay, Flower, let's see. Your deck.
Is it my deck?
Yeah, I used... Wait, is it?
I don't remember.
I don't
think
either.
It is, though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it is because you used the
I
haunted
used the
house.
haunted, didn't I? Yeah, I did. All right.
Wired.
You're wired.
Too much coffee this late in the day?
I don't think we had... I guess I had enough coffee, but I don't feel
We drink
like
our
I did.
coffee before 11 even,
Yeah.
I think. Or
I think the
5.
card of the day is going to be late tonight because I'm going to be too excited watching the Lions game. Do my prediction out there. We'll see if I am right.
So I'm using the Ancestral Path Tarot for Flower Beauty's question.
Silly. Hey, Violet, I saw a sign come up that said they've changed the way you can, what is the word? You can put people in timeouts. You remember how we had to do that when we had trolls? You can actually time them out for 24 hours now, up to. That's an awesome, good thing, if it's true.
Okay, so your first card, Flower Beauty, is the 7 of Wands, or the 7 of Staves as it is called.
Yeah, it popped up on the YouTube screen, Violet, so I don't know. Let's hope we don't have to check it out soon.
And that's followed by the reversed 3 of Swords. And also by the reversed King of Swords. So I think
So that's
7
a
of
mixed
Wands.
bag. Just looking. So they do fit nicely. Go ahead.
I think so. Well, that's them.
Okay.
So the Seven of Wands seems to indicate that in answer to your question, maybe it is a good time to be brave and start your own business. The Seven of Wands is a person who sort of feels they can stand up for themselves or stand, ready to be at attention in a way. Did you want to show those now?
Oh, yeah, sure, just in case. But I think it's all good.
There's
way.
our garden again. The
We're
garden
neutral.
is always here.
I know. But in this question, I think it's important.
And the crossroads.
The Seven of Wands, to me, is like, is it a good time to start your business? Are you ready? Are you ready to face down the competition you may have? I don't know what your business is and, if it's competitive or not. But, Seven of Wands shows somebody standing above and holding their ground. So in other words, if you feel you can take the heat and the pressure right now, this is a good time to do it. It seems like with the card upright, you are in a better position to do it than not. But you just have to have the will and the determination to stand tall and also have a way to have your business stand out among other businesses of your type.
So then that leads towards the Three of Swords reversed, which is a good card because this is going to be maybe therapeutic for you in some ways. Maybe this is taking your mind off of a previous attempt that didn't work out, or maybe some other previous difficulties or situations that maybe, parted you from another business or parted you from situations that brought certain level of pain or disconnectedness. This could be something that would really be helpful to you. It may be growing in other ways, maybe that is even unrelated to the past, because the wands themselves are about growth and movement. And, when we're trying to move beyond, things that separate us or disconnect us, we want something that grows us in a better direction.
The Three of Swords is really, really nice in a way here reversed because it's saying, yes, this could maybe be really healing for you, cathartic for you. Getting this whole, putting yourself out there may make you feel stronger in some ways. And maybe if you had self-doubts before, this might be good to eliminate them. Hey, whether it takes off or not, sometimes we just have to have that experience.
My little cheer was for Isby, who said she was
Yes.
here to support fellow Michiganders. Yes.
Even the Lions,
And
I
that's
hope
right.
so.
Not Michiganians, Michiganders.
I really like Michiganders. Yes, I do. Not Michiganians. It sounds like shenanigans or something. And
Hi, Mama Teresa.
even though we might be all about that. Hey, Mama T.
Hey.
You made it. We can get you in at the end.
All right, so then that final card, Flower Beauty, is the King of Swords reversed. And this may be a caution to say, be astute about some of your business decisions. If you are, creating a business, creating a brand, follow, good advice if you need to with those kind of situations, or don't get involved in, things that just sort of don't ring true to you. Like somebody says, here's this opportunity to do this. And that feeling, you sort of feel like maybe there's something fishy there. There probably is.
Miss you too, Mama T. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I've seen some beautiful pendants you've been creating out there on Twitter. Very nice stuff. So, honestly here, Flower, when I see the King of Swords reversed, and I'm thinking about what I told you here, having the will, the determination, and the ability to stand out above others, if as far as getting your business, if this is a good time for you, if you feel now that you're clear-headed, you can see a good positive way forward. You can make good informed decisions on what you need to do to get this off the ground, then do it. But if you need more time and you need to really think about things more, formulate a better strategy or plan, come up with, whatever it is, a full product line, say, for example, then maybe you want to wait. So I do see a little bit of a mixed bag here. I do think that the indications are that this could be good for you. I also see that you're at the crossroads right now. I'm just going to go right into this. That you're kind of at a crossroads thinking about this right now. And maybe if there's a way you can test the waters, because to me the garden is about, a greater community, like maybe your customer base, for example. And so maybe if there's a way to test, either product test or find out, if your services or products are actually going to, be received well, find a way to do that.
I feel those Lenormand cards are more specific to the idea you asked about branding, and that, the garden is in a sense. The garden is, in a sense, kind of a proxy for that, getting out there, getting out into the greater field, is kind of like about branding. And you are at the crossroads of that too. So a lot of this is also going to be saying, like, look at yourself, feel that confidence or that need to do this thing because it writes something for yourself too. Make sure you're making a wise decision here, but probably this is saying, this is a time for you to consider how to do that and how effective you can use that to push what you're trying to do, your company.
Signs are pretty positive here, and if not to get it off the ground, to keep moving in that direction. I can say that. I think you should keep moving in that direction. And when you feel you're ready and you're not feeling insecure or like confused about different things you need to do or have in place, then go for it. And if that's now, then go for it.
All right.
Wish you luck with that, Flower Beauty.
Good luck, Flower.
And I think we're on Tidal Wave.
Hey, Tidal Wave. What can I expect this fall?
All right.
Well, if you lived around us, we would say some cold.
Leaves falling soon in the next couple weeks. They haven't reached color here yet, though we've seen some vibrant reds already, haven't we?
Yeah, the colors are changing nicely, definitely. Isabie, where you're at, you're probably got the colors going pretty big time.
Yeah.
When we were a little bit younger, we did like to take some drives around the area, maybe only an hour or so away, just to look at, some of the beautiful colors. You don't have to go far. Once they start, you could go almost anywhere. Sometimes it's hard to believe how green Michigan is in the summer and then how beautiful it gets in the fall. It's very pretty.
Ours is about a week or two away. I think by the second week, they'll start coming down. The end of the second week. But I don't know, our temperatures are warming up here like crazy. We're going to be in the 80s next week.
I know, it's crazy. Well, you can look at a calendar's pictures.
Okay, Tidal Wave, what can you expect this fall? Well, this is my leaf tarot, so you got Judgment reversed. Interesting. You've got the Two of Swords upright. And you got the Moon upright.
I think there's going to be a challenge to some of the things that you've been talking about that have been going on with, the possibility of an inheritance or what's coming to you. So I feel like some of this looks like there may be challenges to that.
I don't know if I want to get that specific, but
okay.
But that's okay. Where's the Lenormand? Let's see what we've got. Oh, maybe I do. We'll see.
The cross shows up and the key.
Well, title. I have to tell you, there is going to be something to be kind of, either worried about or sad about, and this may carry on for a good amount of the fall, I think. Judgment is reversed here, and it's almost as if maybe, there's some harsh criticism or some negative, energy somebody is sending your way. I don't know why I feel that, but, I'm feeling here that this is coming from somewhere else. Although it could also be that, you yourself are having a difficult time getting some, making some changes that you really need to make.
Right. It just seems like you may be dealing with some unfairness. Maybe this is more in the attitude level, but maybe there's some serious real-time effects to this too. The way of treatment, like maybe you might find that there are some restrictions, coming to you too, or some people that are trying to kind of pull in the reins on where your flow wants you to go.
Yeah, you have your own idea. It seems like it might be stifling your desire to, either recreate something or move forward with something. It seems like it's stifling your growth in some way. And the Two of Swords here is almost as if things aren't moving. This is a time to consider carefully maybe what your next moves are going to be this fall. Maybe this is a time that should be spent more in thinking and holding back from making any major decisions. And why do I say that? I'm going to hit to the moon because I feel like you're missing some information here. There's still some things you need to find out or know before you can move forward.
Right. It almost makes me feel like maybe there are some delays in something happening with you, either with the legal stuff that may be going on or some other things, that maybe affect, where you can live or things like that. Just judgment kind of situations, even the signing of leases or breaking of leases or things like that. And so then the moon, and of course the moon says, coupled with the Two of Swords too, says that maybe there's something here you don't know, that maybe somebody's going to do a surprise thing in terms of the legalisms or some other decision that needs to happen. So you got to watch out for that to not totally catch it blindsided.
The moon upright can be about unexpected turns of events in a way, but it can also be about, mysteries that need to be unraveled. I just feel like with that Two of Swords, you got to step back and you got to think your way through this, and you have to do some digging. You're going to have to ask questions, whether this is legal advice, like he's going with the legalities thing, or it's something else in your life. You have to get to the bottom of it. There's something you don't know here that is blocking your progress. And the key here is that you have to reveal this in order to not feel stuck and not feel not feel disappointed. It just seems as though this fall could have its disappointments for you.
Right. It's mostly about staying as steadfast as you can and working through these difficulties. There's no real guarantee that we can see right here in this immediate sense of fall. You may want to come back and ask us in a few weeks
how things
but it
look.
Just sort of feels like maybe you are working through a process where nothing seems to be exactly clear.
Something is just blocking your growth or your ability to transform yourself. And I feel here it's coming from an external source. And I think you're just going to have to try to dig out and find out more about this situation. And really don't make a decision. Don't feel rushed. Don't let anybody rush you into making decisions until you are ready. I think that's a real important thing here too. So good luck with that. Woo.
Hi, Violet Ann.
Violet Ann, you made it.
How are you? All right, so Foxy has asked us.
Okay, only 3 more people, I think.
Well, that's a pretty loaded question. I'm going to go back to the mermaids for that one. Good to hear that, Violet Ann.
Oh, don't blame yourself, Foxy.
Men are pigs. Or dogs.
Do men really know what they want? That's my question. Sorry for the men out there.
Should they get what they want?
Ah. You're the one who just said men are dogs, right? Did I hear that from you? I did.
Oh, okay. It's a good thing it's under warranty then. Yeah, I recently spent $1,000, maybe a little over, on my car.
But it's cheaper than buying a new car at this point.
Exactly.
Okay, Violet.
All right. So,
I used your deck. Don't know why.
The first card is the reverse Ten of Swords.
You won't believe what came up. Reverse
Then
Ten
we
of
have
Swords.
the King of Pentacles.
Upright.
Upright. And then we have some more swords. The reverse Seven of Swords.
Oh.
The Tree. And the Garden. What is it with that tree and that garden, eh?
Well, one thing's for certain, Foxy. You do deserve, maybe this is a really tough one in regards to your question. It's hard for me to totally pinpoint, but let me discuss some of the cards and their meanings and we'll try to get there. When I look at this Ten of Swords, I feel you're the kind of person, when it's reversed, that you know how to get up after a defeat and move forward. You know how when you get dumped or ghosted or whatever happens in these relationships, to just pick yourself up and move on. And this is a good quality to have. Now, how would I relate that to how other people feel about Foxy and why she's not attracting to the right people?
I don't know.
Right. I'm not sure. So let's move on for a minute and we'll try to put it together. Do you want to say anything about that one and your thoughts there? Or do you want to just...
Well, maybe that's a perception that guys have of you too, that you don't really have an importance to them because they realize, oh, if I ghost them, they'll just move on.
Oh.
So maybe you present that way to them too, that you're inconsequential because you're just going to move on. And that they sort of see that in you too, that, maybe they feel like you're not necessarily a person to easily get around for what they want.
Do you think that they think that she's better than them?
Not based on that card necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
The King of Pentacles here indicates, though, that, this is all about really controlling the flow of people in your life that, are attracted to you or that you're attracted to. Again, the King of Pentacles is here saying you can do this. You need to really focus on making sure that those that you are attracting or you are inviting into your life, are the people that you truly want.
Maybe some of these people think that you don't really need them because you have control over your life.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe they feel like that this is where their perception is I'm better. Their perception of you is that you feel you're better than them because they feel like, why do you need me? You seem to have control over your life. And
I don't know if that's completely true that way, but
it's their perception.
But I take that sentiment, and I want to say about that is that they just feel like, well, now I'm attracted to somebody else, but that's okay because she's going to do okay.
Yes.
They feel like you... What?
What she just said, that it wouldn't hurt. Right. They don't give you agency
Yes.
towards your feelings. They sort of feel, your feelings are your own and there's nothing there. They don't consider them or feel
But
that you're
again,
hurt.
I just want to say that I feel that they think, hey, you could attract anybody you want. Maybe they feel that way. So if they're attracted suddenly to someone else, they don't think it hurts you, to let you go, to ghost you. That's where I was leading with this. Yeah, I just needed to get that.
So then
out
that
there.
Seven of Swords reversed there.
Well, you know, I think here that, yeah, that's a good one. That's a tough one too. I almost hesitate to go first. You really have pulled me in some good directions here. But the Seven of Swords reversed is about the truth being revealed, for better or worse. So maybe what this is saying is that, you know, maybe when all is said and done, they reveal themselves for what they are. You know, they're just fly by nights.
Right,
They're not.
because there's that sense of that about the Seven of Swords, that they're sort of like, well, the morals is very questionable. They may take what they feel they deserve or need in any manner that they need to, and so they realize that maybe you're not that person.
And so I know
Or that
this
you see
isn't
through
totally
that.
getting to the bottom of it, but I think we've given you some good things here. With the garden and with the tree, I feel that you have to, oh, hi, Star Mist. I think we can add you. You know, you're just going to have to go out there in the social realm and look for things that truly, truly are growthful. You know, it's like, and it's hard because, you know, when you meet somebody and you're really physically attracted, okay, you just want to jump right into that without thinking about, but is this person really serious, you know, serious about something long term?
I hate to say it, but I get the feeling that because you're so young, that this is the kind of thing where maybe as you get older, things kind of move into that more reliable, being able to assess this, that people right now that you might be attracted to, they're too immature yet to have a sense of what it means to be with somebody and to grow together. And you know, you may not be looking for the one and only right now, but maybe when you are, that's when things are really going to kind of bloom, to use the metaphor of the garden and the trees. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, you know, as much as you do that, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I think people today are very, very flighty. I'm reading all kinds of things about modern relationships and how there's just different things going on now. What was that? Do you remember the term I told you about the other day? It was so weird.
Oh, that was so freaking weird.
It was so weird, whatever it was, but people are looking for things that are not necessarily...
Grooming?
No. Not necessarily going into anything permanent or more serious like marriage, but not necessarily totally being, you know, that they're only there situational. Wasn't it something
situational
like...
relationship. I'm just here now.
Relationships. And I'm like, what
I
the
live with
heck
this guy,
is that?
but we don't plan to stay together.
Look that up, because you know, some people are just looking for things like maybe for the moment, or like maybe when they're on break from school.
I don't want to starve,
you know,
so
right,
I'm living
you
with this
know,
person because they
and
have
then
money.
and then they're still open to date other people at the same time. It's like,
but it's not an
crazy.
open relationship.
And they could live together too. It's not necessarily that they're not living together. It's very strange. So I'm just saying, you know, Foxy, things are very upended now. And, you know, guys may come into this and say, oh, yeah, I'm attracted. And then they see somebody else and, oh, yeah, I'm attracted. And they're gone the next minute. So don't take it to heart that it's you. You're just going to have to
it's probably not you.
You're just going to have to keep at it, as frustrating as it is.
And be direct. Be your honest and direct self.
You know, that Seven of Swords says, speak your truth. You know, be your authentic self with everybody you meet. I'm sure you're going to say you are, and maybe that is true. But, you know, the thing is, you will find somebody someday that way. Mark my words on that. So I wish you luck, Foxy.
Right.
Buddy Blue asked a question. I saw
What
it
is
there.
coming in October?
Okay. There you go, Violet Ann. Yep. I'm reading this thing, situational relate. I'm like, what? Call me old school, but Sheesh. Yeah, I saw that, Violet. I'm with you today on the list. I think I've got it all together. Of course, I've said that before.
Saturday, our happy hour will be on at 4 p.m., not 10 a.m. We will send out other announcements, of course, but I'm working in the morning, so when I come back, it'll be at 4 p.m. So set your timer for happy hour.
Where you just get a single card positive message from Spirit. All right, what was this question again?
What's coming in October?
The Nine of Cups reversed.
Uh,
But the Ace of Swords is upright. And the Queen of Wands is reversed. What you got?
the lady. And more birds.
Wow. Well, you're just going to be a chatterbox in October.
Could be.
Could be, or we'll talk about that. But there are some issues here, you know. Something that you truly want and desire seems out of reach to you. You know, I think in October, this is really on your mind. How can you achieve what you desire? It just seems as though you feel success continues to elude you in some area of your life.
It could be that, or it could be something that you thought was going to happen regardless, like just some good luck that you were counting on, a wish you thought was going to come true for some reason. You know, maybe there was an indication of something working out for you, but it looks like it may not be, or that something about this may just be causing you a feeling of loss or sadness. It could also be too something else. It could be saying too that maybe the sense or level of contentment that you feel now isn't working for you because maybe it makes you complacent, or maybe it makes you feel like you need more, or it gives you a reason to not really appreciate it for some reason, that sense of contentment.
Well,
Ace
you
of
know,
Swords.
the good news is one of two things. Sometimes I feel that the cards, you know, when you're asking just what's coming towards you, could be talking about different things in your life, buddy. But it could relate to this, that ultimately, despite this apparent, what looks to be a setback here, there is a victory for you of some sort. There is some gain in October. And if it's not related to what you desire here, it could be in some other area in your life that you score a victory of some sort, you know. So that should put you in a more positive frame of mind, you know, to tackle what may be wrong here. Or it may be that you overcome some of the setbacks maybe that you were experiencing towards success and pull it out. And there's the beginning possibly of something new for you.
Are you having any possible quarreling with people you know, whether they're friends or just associated people you know? Because I'm sort of wondering if like maybe that's what that says is the beginning of something that maybe is ambitious, but that Queen of Wands could be the rival in there, the contrary personality. It could be aspects of yourself too saying, oh, you know, there's doubt here, you know, you don't feel that confident. But I get the feeling like it's an external that maybe is standing in your way. And I wonder if it's a reflection here with the lady and the birds here, that it sort of feels like maybe there's words or situation between somebody who could be considered a rival, or somebody who maybe is a person who would be derogatory towards your contentment or happiness. I sort of am stretching there, but I'm getting a little vibe from that.
Well, not necessarily stretching. I think the Queen, you know, can be kind of a, how shall we say, bitchy kind of person at times,
rival.
you know. Somebody who's kind of antagonistic. But, you know, she also can be somebody who's just too, you know, shy. And so, or afraid to shine her light, lacking confidence in the ability to pull something off. So if I see any of the cards that connect here, I really feel that Queen of Wands could connect with the Nine of Cups here and saying, perhaps, whatever it is you desire, you just don't feel, like you have what it takes, whatever that may be, to pull it off. The magnetic ability to attract someone, or the ability to get a job or a thing that you desire. But the Ace of Swords is right there in the middle.
And it says maybe you have no choice, despite this sense of your obstacle or your opposition. You really have to try to achieve this, is what I think it's saying. You really have to at least give it a start, give it a go.
I think that it is a go, but you know what? The Ace of Swords, he's absolutely right, is a double-edged sword. So basically, you have to make the right choices. You have to decide to do, if you really want something bad enough, you have to put in the work, you have to believe in yourself, and trust that you have the ability to pull it off. Now, the birds and the lady, there could be something going on here. Like what Mr. O said, what could be coming towards you in October is some gossip, maybe, that somebody is, pulling on you, maybe out in social media, whatever the case may be. It can be a jungle out there. Sometimes there could be some difficult communications.
I sort of feel that it could be in relationship to that, but it's not necessarily. It
Not
could be another
necessarily.
situation that's coming in October,
That's what I think.
where, to some degree, October is the beginning of a festivity season in a way. You have Halloween, then Thanksgiving, and then, the holidays. So this could be talking about your interactions with somebody who maybe, is known to you and is a little playful, but maybe sometimes you just have to sort of watch out exactly where their edge lies.
While I feel this could be you in the situation I was talking about with the tarot cards, I think this could be another person reflected in the situation here with the Lenormand. I do think they're two different things. One may be more in your personal life, or if there's some issues in a workplace, it could be there as well. So good luck with that.
Alrighty.
Woo, kind of complicated. Lena is up, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
And has posted a question.
A spirit reading for career for next 10 months. Got it. I'll use that. Okay.
Okay, so I guess I'll go back to the dark tarot again for that.
Hey, Fire Spawn, you made it today. We can fit you in.
I'm not sure we're going to get to one more or not.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We are moving.
You're welcome.
Depends
buddy.
how complicated these
You're
readings
welcome.
are, and some of them have been. This has not been an easy reading day for people. Hey, you're welcome, buddy. Good luck. Good luck with the month ahead.
All right. So justice has come up a few
What
times
is going
too.
on?
And here it is again. It's justice upright.
We are getting a lot of repeat cards today. Different decks.
Then the King of Swords again, and it's reversed.
When did we have the King of Swords?
I think we had it earlier in one of the first readings.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
And then the Ace of Chalices is once again here. This time it's upright.
Actually, I remember the King. We had the Page of Swords. We had the King of Pentacles. I remember.
I still think we had the King of Swords somewhere along there.
And what was that last Ace of
Cups.
Cups? Upright. Well, look at this, Mr. O.
There's the Sun.
Yay! And again, there is.
The Garden. Now,
There
you know,
must be a
Lena,
lot of social activities going on this month.
Lena, a lot of times you ask the same question or similar one, 10 months. So we just want to say that this doesn't necessarily countermand the other one we gave. We don't know. I mean, it's
Well,
hard
some
for
was finances, some is career, some is love. So I'm not sure what we've done recently
I
with.
am.
And one was just spirit reading for the next 10 months. So
Okay.
let's take a look here. We have the Eight of What is that?
It's justice.
Oh, we have the 8, which is justice in that deck. Okay, that's why I'm confused. I was almost thinking strength. Justice. So it looks as though fairness, it looks like getting your fair share may be an important thing in your career. Being treated fairly, by your coworkers and that seems to be maybe what's going on here. I think, or, if there's anything that you're trying to legally put together, say you're trying to get a business or career started, you're building a business for yourself, you have to get all the paperwork and stuff in order. Everything should go fairly smoothly.
Well, I'm going to just jump ahead a little bit and wonder if, like, maybe there is a sense really that there is somebody who is not disposed kindly towards you in the way of business. That's the King of Swords reversed. And so that there may be some sort of situation coming up that maybe they will weigh in on, and it may not be as favorable towards you as you like, yet still I see that Ace of Cups there, so I'm a little confused. I'm wondering if, like, maybe either way the decision leads the way towards something that maybe feels better for you, builds a sense of happiness.
Sometimes one or both of us, will read the court cards as actual other people. We don't often do that. I often read it a different way. And I am seeing the King of Swords differently. You're right, we did have the King of Swords before, and I remember when now. And I feel here that, again, I almost feel here that be sure you're clear, with this justice thing, make sure that you're not doing anything that could sabotage, your success here. I feel this is positive. I just feel this justice thing means things are going to work out very fair and balanced for you in your career, but there is this idea too that you've got to be very clear-headed and focused on what you're doing these months, in order to succeed. I feel here with the King of Swords reversed that sometimes we're not thinking clearly when we make decisions. We may make decisions based on our emotions rather than on, the reality of things, just because our emotions are upset about something. But I think if you do that, there's nothing but good things. You'll feel a lot better in the end with the Ace of Cups here.
The King of Swords really is about the master of clarity and mental thinking. So when it's reversed, that situation may be saying we're not feeling we can think clearly about this, or we feel there are something that is opposing us understanding or having knowledge given to us. So watch for that. That could be saying that, you're not understanding all the facts that are trying to lead you towards success or towards a better outcome. But it does seem that regardless of that, something may be happening that will really show you a sense of something you can enjoy over this time, that your enjoyment will actually begin and grow.
So I'm wondering here, if I was wrong to start here, and maybe I should have started here. Because, like you said, maybe initially, Lena, there is somebody who is blocking your progress, somebody that you have to deal with career-wise who's either a harsh taskmaster or somebody who has really high expectations, unreasonable expectations, and you're looking for parity or equal treatment, and it seems like you'll get it. I think ultimately you'll get it. And if it's what I said about the clear-headedness and trying to focus, then, that will help you achieve balance and parity in your career goals and aims, and you'll feel like you're in a much better place. I see it working both ways, and maybe that card is the key. I don't know.
So then the sun always shines in the garden, it seems. I think that the Lenormand is telling us that there is success for you ultimately, and that any garden has to grow. It's not a garden just because you say it is. So this is about growth and leading towards success, that if you do the right moves, if you invest in yourself as well as your career, and you keep mindful of all the normal kind of business career things you should be, you will find success.
The sun is definitely shining on your career garden in the next 10 months, according to what we're seeing here. It seems as though, people will be more receptive to you and what you're trying to accomplish and do, and there's success for you. So I feel success and balance, these two cards here, coupled with that emotional better feelings. So I think things are going to work out, whether it's a person that you're dealing with or your own cloudy confusion about what you're going to be doing. I think it's all going to balance out in the end. That's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that. Kara, what do we have for you?
He came for you.
He came back for your reading, Kara. How did he know? Oops. I don't know why I was going to hand him to you. I'm sorry. I just kind of want to get away from his flailing tail, I think. All right, Kara. If Odin wants to work with me on something I'm working on, or should I talk to Thor? Uh-oh. What do you think we should do, Odin and Thor?
Odin and Thor. You mean like two lines?
Yep.
An Odin line, a Thor line?
Yep.
Why not?
All right. Okay. Oh, he's not making this easy for me.
Hello. Who's my boy? Who's my boy?
He's my boy. All right. Putting out the first two cards here, and I'll get the rest after. Okay, so Odin is first. We have the Five of Wands.
Oh.
And Thor is second. And we have the Two of Pentacles. I think neither of them are going to make it easy for you. Necessarily. Ooh, this is interesting. This came up for Odin. Justice. And the Hermit reversed for Thor.
The Gentleman.
Odin.
Am I?
Oh, were you? Oh.
Yeah, I forgot. I have to pull two more. So are these both for Odin then?
Yeah, I think they should be. Probably did it. Yeah. So then pull for Thor. That's okay. Perfect.
I know that. I don't need you to tell me that.
Wow. He's a little touchy today.
I'm a little touchy every day.
The scythe? And
and the cross.
Wow, and I was almost going to tell you to go with Thor, but now I'm not so sure.
Well, Odin says, I'm going to bring some helpers along, but they're a little bit chaotic. The Five of Wands. Or the help I have is chaotic for you. Well, how did you phrase your question?
Which one wants to work with them on something, or should...
Okay, well, maybe
talk
he's
to
saying
Thor?
I'm a little busy.
Well, he might be a little busy or distracted, or he might be a little bit contentious, to work with is what he's saying. And he says, if you want to work with me, you better be ready to face the music should things go south. There's justice there, and he's going to demand, that things be the way he wants them to be.
He wants a sense of balance that, he's telling you will need to adhere to work with him, and that, the going may be a little bit rough, but it's going to be fair if he has anything to say about it.
He says, be ready to work and engage, and he's not always going to agree with you, with what you're doing. So maybe, hopefully, he will have wisdom to share.
In a sense, he's promising success, though, isn't he?
I almost wonder if he's saying that it's okay to work with more than just him because of the fish here, you know?
Okay.
But also I could say that the fish is about abundance and plenty, and it could mean that he could be beneficial in bringing you, you know, the things that you want to get out of this situation. So I do think he has a slight edge here, especially with those Lenormand for Thor. They don't look very good.
But let's talk about the Thor thing.
He wants balance too, because there's the Two of Pentacles, right?
Yes, but that's a balance that says, like maybe the Five of Wands, there's busyness. There's a sense of being engaged here. So he will engage you, but he may not want you. It's funny. Odin may want you to work with other people, but Thor may want you to too in a different way, perhaps.
I think he wants you, he's going to definitely demand you share this with others in some way. Whether it's knowledge that you've gained or something, he wants you to be able to go back out in the world and share it, you know. But this is the process that will, I think he's going to be hard on you. You know, or you know what? I have to take that back. I see something else here. The cross is right by the scythe, and the scythe is poking the cross. And so what I feel here is he may actually be able to cut through a lot of the grief, you know, that you might be experiencing or stress over this project. He may be able to help you with that. Instead of a hammer, he's wielding a scythe here. And, yeah, what do you think?
I don't think, well, the way you ask the question, I mean, I mostly agree with you. I sort of feel that this scythe is cutting away at the things that maybe are depressing or stressful.
It's funny, they're almost, you know, they're good and okay, maybe not so good. In both of these, I think the slight edge has to go to, well, I don't know. I think if you worked with either of them, you wouldn't be unsatisfied. I think Thor might demand you to be a little bit more responsive to others in this, and Odin is really looking for balance out of you and maturity, and also probably wants you to grow, you know, maybe to spread this in another way too. That's why I see so much similarities.
Well, when I look at on Thor's side and I see the Hermit reversed and he looks like Odin, I'm almost feeling like Thor is saying, well, if you work with me, but you thought about working with my dad, that might piss him off. So maybe you should stick with Odin.
You know, or I'm wondering if this is saying maybe you should work with both of them. You know, or try to see if you can. Are there certain parts of your project that one would be better suited for than the other? You know, think about that, you know, and maybe it could be parceled out in some way. My edge goes to Thor, though, somehow. I don't know why, but I feel it goes to Thor.
My edge goes to Odin.
Wow! So we have to agree to disagree on your reading, Kara. I hope you can figure it out.
Both is okay.
Both is okay. That's what we have for you. Interesting question, Kara. Good luck with that. I just think, you know, each one has their ups and downs. Odin, you know, he's heavyweight, boy.
All right, Shirley. Oh, Neelam
I
is
kind
up
of always
first.
have a thing for Thor, so I hope I'm not being biased here. Okay, so who are we on?
Okay, Neelam is up, but Shirley just posted their question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Shirley's after, so let's just see if Neelam's here. If they are not here or didn't leave a question, we'll move on.
If you want a private session, you'll have to go to our website to book that with us. And that is TFT tarotfortoday.com. I'm going to post
and
it.
they're not free, so, but, you know, we'll be
Right.
happy to do that. They're
But that's
not
where we sell our
unreasonable
readings.
cost-wise. there are readings listed there, but there's also services.
No, that's fine, Shirley.
And that's where you can find, the private session prices in the service section.
So once again, we'll ask for Neelam, and I'll mention that we are back on Sunday. So Star Mist, if you didn't stick around or if you want to come back, we're also open on Sunday. But we do private readings at our website that I mentioned. Also to get it, the modality message was on recently, so you can check that out. That's our astrological horoscope. It's good for the whole month of the Libra season.
No, it's perfectly fine, Shirley. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. And we're still waiting for Neelan, but I have a feeling we're going to be pulling the...
Yeah, I think you will probably should be doing the countdown, Violet. We're in the last half hour now, so we want to keep it moving.
Yeah, we got to keep it moving. So that means that essentially the list is closed. We can negotiate with people who come back. Yeah, the list is
closed. I think after Fire Spawn, that'll be it. Well, Mama T, we know. I have her on the list. I'm sorry. Yep.
Yes, anybody who is on the list, we do Mama T's just because we do.
Okay. So what was okay, can you please tell me, will I get offered a job through the agency for the school system or the executive director job? It's another 2 and 2.
Okay, we can do that.
Grab your cards and let's go.
I'm going to use the Ancestral
Path
Tarot.
So the first one, Mr. O, hold on a minute. The first one will be offered a job through the agency for the school system. The second one will be the executive director job at the community center. And let me get my Lenormand fired up here.
Okay, a job through the agency. The first card is Justice. Once again,
no, that's the school system. Oh, the agency for the school. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And then the executive director's the other one. Got it.
And for that one is the Nine of Cups. But the second card for the agency for the school system is the Seven of Cups. And for the director job, it's Judgment.
Oh, is that we have Justice and Judgment in here?
Yes, we do.
How interesting. Okay, for the school system, I have the Anchor and the Birds again. Birds have been coming up a lot too. And for the executive director, look what else came up again. Holy moly. The Garden. And the Crossroads.
And the Crossroads.
Well, okay, so what's that second card there?
Seven of Cups.
Seven of Cups. Well, you are being considered. You're one of their choices, but the decision may not turn out the way you want for the school system.
You may actually feel that, of course, it wasn't fair when you realize that maybe they're not going to choose you.
It may be that, and I'm looking at the Anchor and the Birds, and I'm wondering here if something about that situation, something they communicate to you, maybe makes you feel like, that you'll be kind of stuck. It's just not something that, I don't know, maybe something about the job just will not appeal to you.
Sometimes agencies make you stay with them before they turn you loose to be hired by the actual company, or that there may be other conditions, that you're only working for the agency and so you don't enjoy the full sense of benefits or whatever from the actual company. So those could be factors.
I don't know, but I do know that, there seems to be some decision that does not seem to go your way here. Let's look at the other one, though. You have the Nine of Cups there, which is really pretty awesome.
It sounds like it's a dream job, and the sense of judgment almost makes it sound like it's meant to be.
Because judgment has a destiny or a karma about it. And so this would be really transformative for you, number one. And it seems like it would give you a lot of things that you would desire. But, it also seems as though here, they're like, there's a decision-making process, and I feel like there is competition out there that you are going up against. I feel like this could work out for you, though. I really think that might be the one.
Crossroads could be saying it puts you in the position of really, taking it as seriously as it seems to be from a transformational kind of experience, and that you may have to really examine how you feel being in this, that this becomes, in a sense, your persona by taking this on, too, because it is transformative. So you have to decide if you like that.
So honestly, and I'm looking at the anchor and the birds again, the birds could, and the anchor could also mean that, you might feel comfortable here on some level. The anchor holds you in place and stabilizes you. You might feel like this is a more stable position in some ways, and that you're really communicating more. If you're teaching or whatever you're doing, it seems like it's engaging you with others in a positive way. And I almost see that here too, though. So they're both very, very positive, except for the fact that it's possible this decision may not go your way. And I think here you have a better shot at the second job. Hey, we could be wrong, because they both seem fairly even here.
All right.
I wish you luck with that.
Yeah, that would be great. Good luck. I hope the right decision is made by you. And of course, if there's more time, you could always, ask us for more questions.
Yeah, do keep us posted. We want to know how this one turns out, Shirley.
Good luck.
Especially if we're wrong. I don't always want to hear the good news. I want to hear people say, you blew it. It's fine.
We like to know that, though. We like to know, if we were off and how we were off.
Kritika, you are up. Are you here?
Yeah.
I wish you luck, Shirley. I hope you get, something, whichever one it is, and it works out well for you.
Okay, so we're on Kritika now. And Kritika has asked, how will my future husband treat me over our bonding?
Yeah, I do give a slight edge to the nonprofit job, Shirley. I think that's where it's going to be. And what was
It'd be
the
great
question?
if you were offered both and you could actually choose.
I see it. How will my future husband be? How will he treat me? Our bonding. All right, I'm going to try to keep that in mind as we do those cards. Let's see. Was it my deck?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Because I used
You've
the
got the
ancestral.
Lenormand. Okay,
I do.
in your hand.
Take a walk with me on the dark side, everybody. Come to the Goth Tarot Wednesday mornings at 8 o'clock or whenever you view it. It's a recorded reading, but I go into what are the shadow issues of our lives, and I even offer an affirmation to help us see through the shadows and find the light if possible. But we're going to be looking at, all the things. What is your dark gift? What is the dark truth? What is it you really can't escape? What is it that whispers darkly about you? All those kind of things that maybe move around in your subconscious. Let's bring them to light. You're welcome.
It's the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Page of Cups upright. And Page of Pentacles, it's so interesting. Page of Pentacles upright. Well, let's talk about this, Kritika. You wanted to know basically how they will treat you, about your bonding. I see some positive things here. And not all positive, however, though. in a sense, I feel like this is like something that could, I don't want to say it's going to be love at first sight, but I do feel like there's definitely going to be a loving attraction. I feel this person will be very, romantic in a way, and that, like has an enthusiasm, a very youthful enthusiasm about their approach to you. I also feel like, I don't know your ages, there's some potential here that they might be studying or still be a student in some way, or they're also very grounded and balanced of a person. They may be young, they may even be slightly younger than you, but they may be a little bit more mature for their age. I give the Page of Pentacles that edge over, the other pages. Don't you?
Right.
Yeah. And so I do think they could be younger than you. I will say that. They could possibly be either a water or an earth sign, I feel here. And, I'm leaning towards earth. There's 2 earth cards here with that 10 of Pentacles. Now, the only thing about them is I think they will treat you well, but they're kind of going to be a little bit unsettled with how they manage their long-term thinking. Like they live in the moment. They don't seem to think about planning ahead, like planning for a family, planning for career, planning out their money for their retirement years, etc. So this is a person that you will meet, and they may need some reining in here, to understand the value and importance of things in their lives and how they need to really think about it more strategically and long term, rather than living in the moment.
Well, I have a very different impression about that 10 of Pentacles.
Okay.
Because
right.
I feel that this could be saying that there is little or very much dubious support from either of your families if they are involved. And I sort of feel like maybe they're not happy with the matchup, or they have questions about it. So I don't know your culture, but of course it could be one of those things where maybe, they are more interested in their children's mates, and or maybe possibly try to arrange things or fix things in some ways. So I'm wondering if that is a possibility, but that despite that, what Banshee said is true, that the person seems to be a very kind, gentle person and interested in advancing themselves through study, or maybe they have spiritual qualities that draw you to them too, that they feel really grounded and spiritual in certain ways. So that I think that there's an attraction that maybe is despite what families may say. So this could or could not be a big thing. It could also be like what Banshee says, that maybe there is maybe some sense of not having practical knowledge of handling a household, things like that. But I'm feeling like I'm leaning more towards the idea that the family is not totally supportive here.
What does the Lenormand say?
So the Lenormand says it's a gentleman. That could be that person. And the moon. And I'm thinking that this is a person that you will really feel drawn to, if it's those qualities or whatever the qualities are. This is somebody, I think this sense magnifies that. So it could be that, this is really the kind of romance or situation that, will test a lot of people. It will test each of you because, like I said, maybe the families are not supportive, but I do feel there is love there.
But there is love and romance here, definitely. You are attracted to this person.
And they are to you, I believe.
And there is love and romance. And also, I think as far as qualities of this person goes, I feel that this indicates to me that even though he doesn't think about long-term success, it may be also something else that is going on here. As far as his business and career things go and employment, he may be more successful as time goes on. Okay. I sense there might be some bumps in the road here career-wise for this person, but that they will be okay ultimately in time. Definitely, this is a keeper.
The moon itself promises success too that could portend to more than just romantic matters.
True.
And when you think about it, the moon is a symbol for the cycles of time because moons passed many moons ago is a popular saying. So this could be saying that over time, everything really does move towards a better conclusion here.
Yeah.
In terms of success.
So that's what we have for you. We're going to move on to Violet Ann now. Good
All
luck
right.
with that, Kritika.
Good luck, Kritika.
Hope that gave you some more info on the person.
And Violet Ann, that's a very interesting question there too.
All right, so you want to know if you'll go on a platform. I don't know if I want to do a yes, no. Do you want to just...
Yeah, let's throw the cards on that one.
That'll be your deck?
Yeah, I'm going to use Mermaid's Tarot again.
Okay.
Yay for Violet Ann. Hey, that sounds really awesome, you know. That's a big step, of course, obviously. Going live. We had a program a couple years ago where we would just kind of go into an audience and read them live, pull the cards. We called it Tarot Talk. And we were actually pretty good at it. It was interesting. I picked up on a number of things just intuitively, you know, like that a person was expecting a child who had just found out that afternoon that they were pregnant, you know. So
I believe I had a few hits as well.
you did too. I said we both did, yeah. That was fun, actually, because it was really...
I liked it. It was just
an
a
intuitive
relaxed
feel.
atmosphere, too, the
we can
most
do
part.
it.
for the most part. All right.
That was back when we first started it, because that was the summer
know.
before the pandemic.
I know.
All right, Violet Ann, let's see what we got. So here is the Eight of Wands.
Ooh.
It's upright.
Lots of energy you're channeling
Here's
there.
the Five of Swords, upright.
Why is that Five of Swords always coming?
And then the Eight of Pentacles, which is also upright. So I love it that they're all upright. Naturally, nothing would ever be like a total, easy hitch. That's why we got the Five of Swords there. What do you got? Burn the Witch. Cross. Sorry. Sorry. No! It's Count Batula. I mean, it's a letter with air delivery.
Everything seemed like maybe okay until I got these Lenormand. And I wonder if you're going to get some disappointment in a letter or just news, It doesn't have to be a letter. It could be an email even. Something that's going to cause you some grief over this. So I don't know if you get to do it. Will there be repercussions? I'm wondering about that. That might be negative. Let's take a look at these, though, before we... What do you, see?
Well, the Eight of Wands is like, this is probably going to happen. You are moving towards
You're
this
moving
mark.
towards something.
You are moving towards this. You're going to be enthusiastic.
But
there
then-
may be an energy buzz about the whole thing. People saying, oh, she's coming to do this,
But
But...
there is a dark side. I'm going to let you go ahead. So after all that energy, what happens here?
Well, we know ourselves from anything that sometimes, people are open-minded and sometimes they aren't. So as many people that could be interested, and you didn't say what kind of church, but I'm assuming it's probably more or less a Christo monotheistic
Spiritualist church.
There may
maybe.
be people who feel threatened by this or who feel challenged in certain ways or who may actually try to be divisive and stop you. I don't know for sure that they're stopping you physically from doing this, because I feel that the Eight of Pentacles suggests you're working with a team, or that there is a sense of people who are supporting you, supporting this work. So I sort of feel like those who have grumbles will probably not be taken as seriously, or will have to be, just allowed to have grumbles but not really interfere.
So I don't know. I'm kind of confused. We may have to do a quick yes, no here. But let me take a look at this again. So with the 8, there's a lot of energy here. You're definitely
Spiritual
going
church,
to...
okay.
I do sense you're going to do this when I see these cards because of channeling all of this energy. Yeah. And... that right here, it looks you working diligently and hard on this. I just do feel there is...
2 8s.
and 2 8s, which is very fortuitous, but something just seems to be interfering, or someone, and that is a problem.
Both of these add up to 9. 3, 6, and 2, 7.
Well, and like I said, the letter and the cross really makes it sound like something, either somebody is going to level some complaint, or you're not going to, in the end, you might get canceled. Because, that's what I just don't like here, is that cross and that letter combo.
It seems like it might be some sort of semi-formal complaint, like somebody will say, we disagree with, bringing Violet Ann to the church.
Let's do a yes, no, and see if she'll get there.
Yeah, we want to do that.
Because we're running out of time, and we got to get these other readings in, and I do want to watch some of my game tonight. So, let's go. Fingers crossed. But I think we need a little clarification here, because I could see both scenarios, and I think you could too a little bit there. If it wasn't for that darn Lenormand.
Well, we will definitely need you to give us a full report.
Yes.
Wear fireproof clothing just in case.
I thought it was a spiritualist church. Okay.
I figured that too, anyway. All right, so. Look who wandered in. Victoria!
Well, you're too late for a reading, but it's always great to see you. I couldn't fit you in today because I'm watching football after we're done here. At least an hour of it, I hope. Wow, okay.
All right. So let me look at the question one more time. It seems to be leaning towards no as we ask this as a yes or no. It's not a definite, but it's leaning that way. You did get one ace, but you got Judgment reversed, and you also got the Six of Wands reversed.
Okay. Somebody doesn't want you to shine your light, right? And with Judgment reversed, it's as if there's some negative criticism or somebody just being harsh in their judgments on you.
Even if it is a spiritual truth in a church, and I don't know the full thing, sometimes there are people who still feel like it's a monotheistic world. So when you say something is, I don't know if you talk about your spirituality, but if they know who and what you are, they may hold that against you, a judgment against you.
Yeah.
So it may not be yes. There's a chance of yes.
There is a chance for yes still. But I think you could see even from the other cards we drew from you, it just seems like somebody or something is being a stumbling block, an obstacle that has to be overcome. Whether some people have some questions they're going to want answered. I don't know what it is, but it just seems as though you are wanting to do this. You have the energy, the drive. There are things motivating you to do this, and people who seem to want to work with you, but there's just something else here. So I don't know. I think it could happen, but there are obstacles. That's all
I think it could happen, but there may be repercussions of some sort.
Yeah.
You may not ever go back there, that
It may be more the aftermath. Right. It could be something like that, too. So
good luck.
Let us know.
Absolutely. I'm definitely curious about this one.
So a Star Mist here, I don't think she's responding.
And I think that you're pretty brave.
Did we tell her to go to the website, or did we give her our email too?
I gave her the website information.
Yeah, we could just talk about it on email too. So, but she might have went to check that.
Was
out.
Star Mist the next one?
Yeah.
I see. right. Well, we'll have to see.
Fire Spawn, why don't you write your question, and
You're welcome.
we will, Star Mist, we're giving you another chance. Are you still here? Do you want a reading now?
Sorry about that, Violet. Seems like you're just getting lots of news lately.
Go ahead and type your question. There it is. He's hiding a passion for you. Okay.
All right, it's your deck. Thanks for the question, Fire Spawn.
Oh, yeah, it's this one. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're Star Mist. Victoria is Star Mist.
What?
No, you're not. Prove it.
Victoria.
Prove it.
Nice try. We really can't fit you in, but you know what? If you've got something pressing, DM me. I
Yeah.
will always make room for you. Yes, she is. I'm on a clock here today, Victoria. I'm on a mission. I predicted the Detroit Lions game again, and I want to see if I was right.
I'm Alfred E. Newman. What? Me worry? But time is running out, isn't it?
All right, let me cut them. And we still have Mama T to do next, and then Violet, so.
Baseball.
Baseball, football, football. All right, Tigers are baseball. What was this question about?
Whether the Pisces has a passion. Ace of Cups.
Upright. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Here's this card again. Boy, we were getting a lot of repeat cards tonight.
The
Judgment.
Judgment.
Upright. What do you got?
Flowers. And the Gentleman. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I think it's highly possible, Fire Spawn. You know, the Ace of Cups is the beginning of love or romance. There's maybe a desire to get something going. You know, maybe they do have a secret desire that they want to get something going. Now, that Queen of Pentacles, does that, you know, relate to them? Or
Well, I wonder if
relate
it
to how they
represents
feel?
the shyness factor. In a way,
The Queen of Pentacles?
Well, in a way, because maybe, you know, they're insecure about, you know, saying that, so they're really guarding their own feelings in a way.
I just thought of something. They're just not in their comfort zone to express it right now. I think, you know, they are, whether it's shyness or something else, maybe they're waiting for some sign or signal from you that will, you know, make that happen.
Right, and that's why Judgment's here, because maybe you have to kind of encourage them in some way, you know. And I don't know what that portends for the future then, you know. Like, but Judgment is about, you know, coming to a decision or coming to an epiphany. And so maybe, you know, it is them coming to the epiphany that they do need to put their money where their mouth is, to express their feelings. Say it with flowers. Pisces guy.
Pisces guy, that's right. He should. But the bottom line is, you know, the flowers can be joy. The flowers can be a gift. The flowers can be that, you know, kind of romantic date, getting a gift or, you know, getting a date sort of thing. I feel here that either he feels you are a gift to him or that you bring him a lot of joy, you know, and I do sense there is something there that's positive that can be built upon. And maybe he is looking for a sign to move forward. He just doesn't feel ready yet. you know. And Pentacles, well, maybe the Queen, well, when she's reversed, yes, are the slower moving cards in, the tarot.
Well, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that wants to take care of themselves too, in a way.
True.
And so maybe the thing is that there is a little bit of a fear about being rejected, So this could be saying that this is why they're a little bit shy or guarded about their feelings.
There may be some things in their life that they're putting first right now. They're taking care of their own business or their own self, first before they go out and start something new.
I think that without being overt, you might be able to find, subtle ways to encourage them. I'm not sure what they would be, though. I'm too blunt of a person, being that other water sign, Scorpio.
Well, Fire Spawn, I don't know if you can totally take it to the bank, but these are pretty darn positive cards here, And so I would say, yeah, your intuition might be telling you something here. So how you act on it moving forward is up to you. Good luck with that.
As always, we want to know. So
Inquiring
let us know.
minds want to know. All right, Mama T is up, and she wanted a general reading, so let's see what we can give to Mama T. Your deck, Mr. O?
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to use the Dark Tarot. You're welcome. You are so
You're very welcome. We just hit overtime with just 2 readings left. I know we can do this.
You seem like a nice person, Fire Spawn, so good luck with that. Some things are worth waiting for. We hope that's going to be true.
Yeah, be patient. Don't pressure him, but you know what? Just keep showing that, in some ways your interest level is there. Nudge, nudge.
Excuse me. Okay, so Mama Teresa, what do you got? Well, you got this. You have the reversed 8 of Pentacles.
Okay.
You have the upright Devil.
Ooh.
And you have the reversed 9 of Wands. So
this is tough.
This is a tough one for you. I realize that probably you're still feeling some amount of despair, some amount of things that don't seem to be working out well for you. The 8 of Pentacles reversed maybe suggests that you're not finding the people that you need to work with being cooperative, or you're feeling like the things that you thought you had learned that could help you with this, you don't feel they're connecting properly. You don't feel like you're messaging right to certain people who need to hear certain things from you, or that there's a sense of cooperation towards working on any of your problems or situations.
Right, I feel here don't be, when I see the Devil up right here, I'm thinking to myself, don't be, and I want to go to that card first for some reason, don't be your own worst enemy, Mama T. This is a time for you to, regardless of how oppressed you may feel by circumstances in your life, to not allow them to continue to hold you down. You have to do something about it. And the 8 of Pentacles here reversed is showing me, I don't want to say an unwillingness, but a lack of a motivation or you feel ability, because again, you might be allowing this to weigh you down. You just need to keep working on this. You need to work on what is wrong and get it right. Because over here, I see with the 9 of Wands reversed that you're really giving up. You're feeling like throwing in the towel in the situation, and you can't do that. And by the way, I do remember seeing a tweet tonight from you, which I didn't get a chance to respond to because of the show, that you're you're worried about your husband's health right now. So I know you have a lot of burdens and a lot of things that feel very, very oppressive, but you can't give up. You've got to keep at it. You've got to struggle to break free from the difficulties and keep fighting for you and fighting for Rick.
Well, the Devil is kind of serious here, because I think this suggests that you are feeling very oppressed, but at the same time, I think what this is saying is that some of this is attitudinal. Some of this is about you feeling you can make a difference in your life, in Rick's life, in the life you're trying to pull together. So some of this is saying you have to figure out where you can really succeed, and you have to eliminate maybe bad habits or strategies or situations that are holding you back. Maybe things that you keep trying thinking they're going to work out differently, they're not. This is about saying maybe you should finally give up what hasn't been working and really, really, really try to do something new and different. And that's what this is going to be about too. The Nine of Wands is saying that the ways you felt of holding on are not strengthening enough. You don't have enough power in that situation. You need to find a different strategy. You need to find something different that will get you the better result. So Lenormand time is, you are at the crossroads. The crossroads is here, as well as the anchor.
May I?
You may.
You know, Mama T, I know that things are upended in your life, you know, possible the move that may be that is on the horizon that you have to make. And that's what this is saying here. Right now, your stability, your security, maybe where the place you call home, the place you put down your anchor, is at a crossroads right now. You know, this is a pivotal moment for you to try to sort out what your next moves are going to be to find stability in your life once more.
These really relate to what we said up here, especially what I said, that this is really saying you have to try something different. You have to really commit yourself, anchor yourself to realizing that you have choices. You maybe have not been able to see them, or maybe you don't really want to recognize them as choices, but you have to, because your situation has moved to that point now that the only way you can get ahead really is by trying a different strategy. The other strategies you tried to work are not going to keep working for you.
Nice. They all do fit like a glove, Mama T, so I wish you the best. We wish the best for you. So good luck with everything that you're facing right now.
Victoria, we have kind of done that limitedly. We did that. We had an anniversary of our first date, which is coming up again. And then about a year later, we kind of looked back at it and had some laughs over it. So we do occasionally try to do that.
We used to do it too with our year-end predictions.
That's true, yeah.
See how we were doing 6 months out and do another one. We didn't do that this year. Everything is so rocky too. You know, and now we have the government shutdown and stuff going on. So maybe it's time to do something along those lines again too and see where we stand now from October to December with everything going on in the world, etc. Anyway, let's move on to Violet. Violet, let's go.
Is the grandfather the mom's father? Or is this a different...
It's the mom's father,
Okay.
yeah.
So that was back in May. You just found that out. Oh.
Yeah.
So...
Hold on, I'm trying to read this. And my anger hurt. Okay, let's do it.
So is Uncle Alan, your great uncle, is that this grandfather's brother? Do you know that or not?
Yes, Victoria, the government shut down. It's probably going to happen. They're going to not fund the government, so a lot of people will not be getting paychecks. And I really truly feel that one way to put a stop to this whole thing is to make congressmen not get a paycheck either until they resolve their impasses. That really should be, because this is no way to run governing.
Hey, Violet, I don't remember when you told us about Uncle Alan starting to make appearances to you, but was it back in May? Was it earlier?
I think it was earlier.
But I wonder if he was sensing or knew that his brother was going to pass.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I'm thinking you're right. It was earlier, but he must have realized that his brother was going to pass. Maybe he didn't want to tell you that for whatever reasons, but he probably knew that.
But he came to
and that's
be
why he
with
was
you.
coming to be
That's
with
an
you.
interesting thought.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure that hurt him too, but now, of course, he may, have some peace with his brother.
Wow.
Interesting. The Fool.
Oh, this is all good so far.
The reversed Eight of Swords.
Except for this.
You jinxed it, dear.
How many times
Five of
today
Swords.
has that come up?
Well, in Lenormand, we got the child and the dog. So that's pretty cool, too, in a way.
So let me think about this a minute here. What does he have to say about all of you? Mother's health, grandfather's pet, anger, nerd. Okay. I think he feels here that,
It's the start of something new for you, that maybe this, as it really, he prepared you for this in a way, because maybe what's coming now will be even more growth in your mediumship skills, but maybe other things are going to happen too.
I think what also he might be thinking here is, you may have had some very serious issues, that divided your family up, and that has caused a lot of pain and anger and resentment, and maybe on all sides, let's just say that. And I feel here he thinks that, you just have to realize that now, with whatever come what may out of these situations, the universe has your back. You've taken a chance on your life. You've moved on with your life in positive directions, and he just feels that now you should realize that the universe has your back, and these things can't hurt you anymore.
The Eight of Swords is really a metaphor for that opening up of your mediumship.
Well, and the Eight of Swords is also an opening up of, him saying you can free yourself from, the pain of all of this now. You can let it go. You can let it go. I think here, as far as your mother's health goes, I sense here too that he feels that there is something going wrong. There's definitely, he wants you to know that, yes, it might be something that, she maybe had not been taking her care of herself the way she should have. And maybe it's starting to catch up with her. I feel here that it's possible, though, that she may also be undergoing some new risky kind of treatments to, try to, control what is wrong.
I'm not picking up a whole lot about your mom, to be totally honest. I think this is more, what I'm getting is more about Uncle Alan and his role with you. And I feel like he is here loyally and to move with you at the pace you want to move with, whether it's slower or faster, to move towards these releasements of your abilities, and maybe how this will help you get beyond that stuff. It's not like you're ever going to make up with them, but you need to move to the point now where this just isn't an issue anymore. And I think that's where his role is going to lay now.
He's here, I think, like right here, this pyramid really does fit together. He's the dog, and he is here, your loyal, relative who believed in you, to boost your confidence and make you stronger. And also, he's here to teach you how to trust again, to trust in yourself, to trust in your abilities, and to be able to take things step by step. The child, just take things slow, take your healing process slow. Understand too, when I think about this, he might also, this Eight of Swords here reversed, I can't help but also think, Violet, that this, what?
You're going to say what I'm thinking.
No, probably not. That this is a message about your grandfather, that this is your grandfather, his soul is released now from, I don't know what the obituary said, I don't know what he died from, but he may have had some struggles and he is now released and free from that.
And I was going to say the same thing, only it's about your mom, that I think that this indicates that Uncle Alan knows your mom may be passing or will be.
Oh, well, maybe.
You'll have to let us know.
So that's what we have for you. Wow. I just don't get this Five of Swords, though. Seems like there's a lot of agitation and conflict in the air. People, be careful out there. Those of you that had that in the reading, there's just a lot of kind of upset energy, and it tends to be with our interactions with others. Came up so much today. So,
well, there's still edgy stuff going on in the astrology sphere, so it could be some of that.
So, hey, I want to thank everybody. Oh, I'm heading off to my game. So, before it's over.
Short and sweet.
I want to thank everybody. Hope you enjoyed your readings. And see us at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a happy hour on Saturday. It's later this week, Victoria. Set your alarm, 4 p.m.
It's actual happy hour-ish times.
Yes. And we will see you there. Have a margarita or something in hand. And we'll all have a happy time at happy hour.
All right.
All right, everybody. Take care. I hope to see you all soon and have a great time, week ahead, days ahead.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.